To get started with MindDock, you'll need to create what's called an internet identity. Now, when some people hear the word identity, they think of a passport with a photo and things like that. But an identity is much broader than that. It doesn't just apply to people. It can also apply to things like AI agents. And an identity doesn't have to contain all kinds of personal details that can be traced back to a real person. At its core, an identity is simply the minimum requirement to identify an entity, for example through a code. Even your email address can be considered a form of identity. For now, the key thing to know is that MindDock identifies you through a special number called a Principal ID. This is your unique identity number within MindDock. What's great about an internet identity is that it's pseudo-anonymous. This means that, in principle, nobody knows it's linked to you, unless you reveal it yourself, for example, by using it to interact with someone else. If you're someone who cares about owning your data and keeping your identity private, this is where it gets interesting. It's also important to know that your Principal ID changes whenever you use a different dApp on the internet computer. This gives you extra privacy. If someone knows your Principal ID for MindDock, they still won't know your Principal ID for the wallet where you store your coins. This is a key difference compared to other blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, let's go ahead and create an internet identity. We click on Create New Account. A pop-up now appears where we can choose a login method. The first three options are familiar login methods through Google, Apple, and Microsoft. These are alternative login methods that Internet Identity offers alongside Passkeys, designed to make logging in more accessible. While Internet Identity does provide extra privacy under the hood, for example by creating a different pseudonym for each dApp, these methods don't automatically use Passkeys. To keep this video clear and easy to follow, I won't go into more detail on this right now, but if you'd like me to make a dedicated video explaining how these login methods work under the hood, let me know in the comments below and I'll make it happen. Alright, let's move on by choosing Passkeys. We click the button that says Continue with Passkeys. Passkeys are a modern way of logging in, and they offer superior privacy and security compared to traditional login methods. Think of it like this. Just as tools like Obsidian keep your notes local and private, Passkeys keep your login credentials local and private. Passkeys are quickly becoming the new standard. We're now on a new screen and we select Create New Identity. You can now choose a name for yourself. This name is not your public name. It's purely for your own convenience. Just keep in mind that once you've chosen a name, it can't be changed later. Let's enter a name for your identity and click Create Identity. You can now choose where your passkeys will be stored. You can save them on a hardware key, a Windows TPM, or for example, a password manager. In this case, I'm going with a password manager, and I'll save the passkeys there. Congratulations! Your internet identity has been created. You can now log in by clicking the Continue button. You're now automatically logged into MindDock. You'll see a welcome message, and you'll need to agree to the privacy policy and terms of service, so make sure to read through those carefully. Once you've accepted them, you can click the button that says, Please accept to continue, and you'll land on the MindDock home screen. Your notes are personal, so it makes sense that the identity you use to access them is private too. And that's exactly what you've just set up. From here, you can switch to a different language in the top menu if you'd like. If you click on the profile menu in the top right corner, you'll see your Principal ID displayed at the top. In the video up here on the right, I'll show you how to create your first note. In the video up here on the left, I'll explain how the Mind Trail works. If you have any questions or comments about this video, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll make sure to respond. See you in the next video.